Hi, this is the 13th Wolfman. This is another midnight movie review. Tonight, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. I'm gonna review a movie that a lot of people don't seem to talk about on YouTube. They talk about all the really great horror films. You know, you've got Texas Chainsaw, you've got Halloween, you got Friday the 13th, you got Prom Night, you got Graduation Day. Some stuff I've never even heard of. I mean, there's some stuff that people pull out, and it's like, okay. Yeah, sounds cool to me. But tonight I'm going to step back into the Wayback Machine to the 1980s, and I am going to pull out a Linnea Quigley classic. Now, some of you I see the little gears in there spinning away. Some of you are thinking, which Linnea Quigley movie is he talking about? Is it Return of the Living Dead? No. Sorority Sisters and the Slime Bowl-orama? But that's around the same time. Tonight, I'm talking about Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. This is actually a favorite B movie of mine. I just love it. Took me forever to get it. This is the 20th anniversary widescreen edition put out by Retro Media. If you do, get a copy of this. So it starts out that there's this detective named Jack Chandler, and he's looking for a runaway girl in the streets of L.A. The runaway girl is played by Linnea Quigley. That's right. So as he's hunting her down and trying to find what happened to this young lady, he keeps on coming across things that just don't quite belong. And they're trying to figure out how everything fits in to the spectrum, how it all interweaves. He finally figures out that there's a religious cult involved. And we're not just talking about some goofy Hare Krishnas, No. We're talking about a religious cult that worships at the altar of the chainsaw. Yes, that's where you get Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. The Chainsaw Gang, as you might want to call them, go out on calls, meet young men, and have their way with them with a nice, still 18-inch chainsaw. Yeah. They never really say why the women are, what cutting up the men is for. It's kind of like a plot hole. But it's all good. It's kind of fun. So Linnea is actually abducted by the Chainsaw Gang. And Mr. Detective Jack Chandler is on the pursuit of it. Later in the movie, you get to see Linnea give the double chain. Let's see if I can remember this right. The dance of the double chainsaw, the virgin dance of the double chainsaws, I think is what they called it. Now, like I said, this movie is a fun movie to watch. It is so. They did not take themselves seriously at all. It's not Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's which is took itself seriously to really try to scare people. This, and I don't want to say it was camp, but you could see that, I think this, if I remember right, the same room that everyone dies in, like the bedroom where the hooker kills the guy towards the first of the movie. If you listen to the commentary, the guy's like, yeah, we redressed that room like 4 different times, and all we did is just wash the blood off the walls, and so every time they're like in a room, it's this room. It's just that the walls have been moved, to make it look different from the last time it was used. Now that's low budget filmmaking, if you ask me. And the leader, I forgot to tell you, the leader of the Chainsaw Cult Gang, whatever you want to call them, is played by none other than Gunnar Hansen. And Gunnar actually has a pretty decent role. You get to see his face. Kind of looks like Wolfman Jack at this time, You just expect him to say something in that Wolfman Jack voice. And for those of you too young who don't know who Wolfman Jack is, Google it. You'll get the joke. So all this is going on, and this movie, like I said, it's a fun movie to watch. I just adored it. Adored. I don't know if that's the right word. I just enjoyed it. I remember this movie back in the 80s, when it came out, and I don't know. I think the title is probably one of the funniest titles next to. I mean, there's a lot of really goofy titles from the 1980s for horror films. Chopper Chicks of Zombie Town, Surf Nazis Must Die. And of course Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I mean, so you just know right away when you read the title, you just can't take the movie seriously, but you can have fun watching it. Now, this is my midnight movie review on Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I hope you will enjoy watching it if you get a chance. Go out, check it out. If you can find it, pick it up. This is the movie right here. That's right. It's the 13th Wolfman. I'm on the prowl.